Right, welcome back to our video. Today we've got my Europa League and Conference League predictions for the second leg of the round of 16. Starting off in the Europa League, we'll go back to the first leg and see how I've done. So I managed to get a total of 22 points, which isn't great, but I don't even remember that there's less games being played now, so I'm not going to be able to get as many points, even if I do get 1 or 2 points from each game. So there was 2 games where I didn't get any points, that being the Berlin and Sylvia game. There was 2 games where I only got 1 point, the Roma and Feyenoord game, but the rest of the games I got between 4 and 6. 4 points for the Arsenal game, 5 points for the Leverkusen game, as well as the Juventus game, and then the 6 points for the Man United game. I had a 2 times boost on the Arsenal game, so I actually only got 2 points for that game, but the 2 times boost gave me the 4. So that puts me up to 22 points for this round. Hopefully the second leg I can get more than that. They started off with the Feyenoord versus Shakhtar Donetsk. For this game, I think the team that will be going through will be Feyenoord. I think they drew the first leg, I believe. Yes, they drew 1 each. Okay, so I think Feyenoord will go through, so Feyenoord will win this game. I say it'll be a 2-1 win. I'll say the first team to score will be Shakhtar Donetsk, with the first player to score being Kulikov. Sure. Next game we have Beatrice versus Man United. I think Man United are going to go through here. Okay, so they did win the first leg. They don't actually need to win this one as long as they don't lose by 3 goals. I think they will still manage to win the second leg as well. I will say they will score, but it'll be a 2-1 for this one. So I'll put Man United to score first, with the first player to score being Rashford. Freiburg versus Juventus. I can't see them winning by more than 1 goal. You know what, I'll say they will win 1-0. That one I'm not completely sure, but I think Juventus will still go through, whatever the score being. So Juventus will be the first to score, with the first player to score being Keane. On to Fenerbahce versus Sylvia. I'm going to go for a Sylvia, although Sylvia haven't been doing very well this season actually. No, I'll say it'll be a 1 each, so Sylvia will be going through, but I'll say this game will be a 1 each draw. Obviously, Fenerbahce will be the first team to score, with João Pedro being the player to score. Real Sociedad versus Roma. I'm going to say it'll be a Roma win. I think Real Sociedad will score in this game. Real Sociedad will score. I'll say it'll be a 2-1 win for this one. Roma will be the first to score, with the player to score being Dybala. I don't actually know if he will score. I don't actually know if he's been scoring many goals or not for them, but I'm going to go for him anyway. Up next we have Arsenal versus Sporting. I'm going to go for an Arsenal win since they've been doing so well this season. I would say they will... Will they concede? No, I'll say they'll keep a clean sheet for this game. So Arsenal will be the first to score, with the player to score the first goal being Jesus. I don't even know if he's in the starting 11 these days or not, but I'm going to go for him. Ferencváros versus Leverkusen. I'm going to go for Leverkusen 1. I will say it'd be just a 1-0 win for this one for them. So they of course will be the first team to score, with the first player to score being Dybala, if that's how you say it, that is. Okay, so for the final game of the Europa League, we have Union SG versus Union Berlin. I'm going to say Berlin will actually go through, but I'll say it'll be a 2-1. I'll say Union SG will be the first team to score, with the first player to score being Terrell. Alright, so I'm going to put a 2 times boost on the... I think the safest bet is either Arsenal game or the Man United game. I'm going to go for the United game. Hopefully I get some good points this round. Let's go on to the Conference League and see how I've done then. So in the round of 16 first leg I managed to get 20 points. So there's 2 games where I got 0 points, being the Lazio and the West Ham game. With both the Basel and Lecce game both giving me 1 point each. The Villarreal game gave me 2 points. So between the games I didn't get many points. However, what brought me back and saved me this round was the Sheriff Nice game giving me 5 points. The Fiorentina versus Sivasspor game gave me 5 points also. I then go on to the Ghent and Istanbul Basketball getting me 6 points because I ended up getting the scoreline spot on. Unfortunately my 2 times boost was wasted in this game since I used it in one of the games that didn't get any points. So that's annoying. But at least the 3 games actually saved me getting me 20 points, because if it wasn't for them I wasn't even getting 5 points. Moving on to the second leg of the round of 16. I started off with Istanbul Basketball versus Ghent. I don't think I said that right, but I'm going to go for Ghent to win this game 1-0. Ghent being the first team to score, the first player to score being Fofana. Slovan Bratislava versus Basel. I'm going to go for a 1-1 for Basel. So the first team to score will be Basel, of course, with the first player to score being Miller. Up next we have Garden versus Lech. I'm going to go for a Lech win. I'll say it would be a 2-0 win for this one. With Lech being the first team to score, and the first player to score for them will be Isaac. Sivasspor versus Florentina. I'm going to go for a Florentina win. I'll say the ball can concede, but it'll still only be a 2-1 win. I'll say Sivasspor will be the first team to score, with the first player to score being Musa. Up next we have Villarreal versus Anderlecht. I think Villarreal should definitely win this. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for them. So Villarreal will be the first team to score, of course, with the first player to score being Alonso. Up next we have Nice versus Sheriff. I'm going to go for a Nice win. Obviously it'll just be a 1-0 win for this one. So Nice will be the first team to score, and the first player to score will be Pepe. Alkmaar versus Lazio. I'm going to go, I said it'd be a Lazio win the last time and it didn't. No, I'm going to say a bit Alkmaar win again, just a 1-0 win this time, with Alkmaar being the first to score, of course, and the first player to score will be Boku. And the final game for the Conference League is West Ham versus Al-Nassr. I'm going to go for a West Ham win. I've said it'll be a 2-0, so West Ham will be the first to score, with the first player to score being Antonio. Alright, there we go, the predictions are done. I'm going to put my 2 times boost on the West Ham game. I hope I actually get points for my 2 times boost this time, unlike last round. But there we go, that is going to do it for this video. That's my predictions. Let me know in the comments how wrong I am or how right I am. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for another video. See ya.